I served as both an assembly member and a senator, and I can tell you that the legislative process is deliberately slow. In fact, probably some of you heard the old song that says, he who loves sausage and respects the law should watch neither one being made.
That's good.
Has the full-time faculty ratio requirement changed? And then there's another part to this. What has happened to basic skill spending?
Well, the full-time faculty ratio, when you, excuse me a minute, when you reduce the 3.39% of the general fund, then the number required of each college is reduced by 3.39%. I just throw out, let's say if you have a requirement of 200 full-time faculty, then you would then have a requirement of something like 194 full-time faculty. And that has to do with the fact that the regulations say that just as when there's growth, the full-time faculty requirement grows, so when there is reduction in this year for the first time, rather than growth, we actually have deficit growth, I guess is what you call it. We are actually saying to the system overall that they are required to, in order to get their funding, to educate 3.39% fewer students than they did the previous year. That's not done because of the fact that there are fewer students out there desiring education. That's done merely because of the fact of the cuts that were given to higher education. Now, I could go into a great dissertation about how that I think the state of California is making a serious mistake about cutting higher education at at CSU and UC and community colleges. I think that's unfortunate for the economic future of the state. But the dip in revenues and the unwillingness, and I might add one other thing, the unwillingness generally of the government to raise taxes means that the revenues go down. Politically, I believe education is important enough that it would do well for the state of California to increase taxes in order to educate more people.
Yes.
But we are not
Yes.
faced
Yes.
with that possibility.
Yes.
I'm not just saying that rhetorically. I voted that way as a state senator and as a state assembly member, because I think education is not a cost. I think it's an investment. And I think if we don't invest in the future of California through education, we're making a mistake. But Merced College and every other college in the state has to face the reality of the money they receive. Not the money that they wish they would receive, but the money they receive. So I can tell you without hesitation about what I think the future of the state of California is dependent upon. I think it's dependent upon educated personnel. And I think we'll pay a very heavy price by our failure to invest in the public schools and in higher education. But the reality is that this is a tough time, and that's what we have to adjust to. Okay, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll stop here. It's about 3 minutes till 11, and I'll stop till 11 o'clock. That's it.